Hello everyone, and welcome to the briefing section of 1 Month to Live. My name is Steve Eckhart, and I'm on the set of 1 Month to Live, where Pastor Carey and Chris Shook just finished the teaching sections of the curriculum. I've got to tell you, it is absolutely fantastic. You're going to love it, and I believe it's going to change your life and the people of your group. I'm going to do my best to lead you through how to use this curriculum at its very best. But if you're anything like me, you're probably nervous about leading this group. This may be your first time, or this may be your fifth time, but I want to tell you that everybody is nervous their first time. I go back to my first group and the first group I led and how nervous I was. But I want to tell you, as you go through the first session, you're going to find yourself to be very comfortable. It's going to be a wonderful experience, and people's lives will be changed because of it. I want to let you know that Pastor Carey and Chris have put together some great resources for you. It's just like adding water. That's all you have to do is put the DVD player in, press play, and then ask people, what did you think? And so they've made it so easy for all of us to use because we really want you to have life change in your group and feel like the pressure is not on you. We've also got some great resources on our website for you because we want you to be able to go there and get good training, to get questions answered, to really feel like you're not in this alone, that we're all in this together, because we really want you to experience the best for you and the best for your group. I'm so proud of you for stepping out to lead. I'm so jazzed that this is going to be a wonderful experience for everybody involved. What I'd like for us to do now is listen to a couple of stories about people who felt just like you do.
Well, I remember we had not been in the church for too long, and Carrie had challenged the congregation to, if you weren't involved in a small group, to get involved. And so I got the nice wife nudge in the side, and my wife encouraged us to join a small group, and so I reluctantly said yes, and actually ended up co-leading with another couple in our first small group. And I admit the first meeting was awkward. You're there with a group of people that you don't know. You have different lifestyles, you have different, you're in different stages of life, different seasons of life. But after we joined this group and our kids got to know their kids and we became friends, we found out that we had much more in common than I initially thought, and it really ended up changing our life as well as the lives of our children and the couples there in the small group.
For me, when I was asked to host a small group, was just the confidence to know that I was going to be speaking to kids and speaking to, or adults, I guess, in certain cases, that that I would be good enough, that I would know it all, and the understanding that I didn't have to know it all, that if I chose to lead, that God was going to teach me what it was I needed to be doing and saying what I was going to need to be saying, then that was the confidence I needed. So it was his small group, not my small group.
Well, I think there's always an apprehension to lead a group, you know, because you're like, oh, what are they going to think? What are people going to, am I going to do a good job? Am I going to be biblical about what I say? So I think there's an apprehension that comes with that. You know, I think there's an apprehension with coming with being a leader in that aspect.
My reluctancy was that, again, that I'm not good enough. I'm not maybe old enough. I don't know enough. And I think God's point is, you're right. You're not good enough. But that's his point, is that you're not good enough, and he's going to use you despite of you. And that's kind of my experience.
I really hope these testimonies are giving you a better picture that you're not in this alone. We're all in it together. And I also want to let you know something very important. This curriculum has a structure to it, so I want to lead you through how to use it. As a host, you want to make sure that you prepare ahead of time. So look through the book, answer the questions. Maybe you'll pick out a few that you want to highlight you think are really, really great for your group. Then when the group arrives, welcome them in. Make sure things are warm and friendly. You want to answer a couple of the icebreakers up front to really put the group at ease. And then comes the tough part. Put the DVD in the player and press play. You want to all watch this together. And you're going to see Pastor Carey and Chris teach some important principles. Then we're going to see some powerful testimonies of people who have taken the 1 Month to Live challenge and really incorporated it into their lives. Then after you watch the testimonies, you'll work through the discussion book. And you're going to highlight those questions which you picked out earlier. You want to encourage your group members to bring their Bibles when they come to the meeting, because the book is completely based on the Bible. You also want to get them to go through their challenge guides and do those every day, because The daily devotions that you'll read in the book were really driven home in the challenge guide, and you'll find out that as people work through that, they'll incorporate this into their lives, because that's the important piece. Not only do we learn about God's principles, but we drive those into our life so it's part of our DNA, and we really become transformed with God's power. Well, there's one last principle that I want to share with you to really help your group kick off to a great success. And the principle is this: include everyone right away. Why should we do that? Well, it really helps you build ownership within the group. If everyone has a role to play, they'll feel like the group is theirs and they'll be committed to it. So the first thing you should do is ask people to bring food to the group meeting. Believe it or not, this will help guarantee success, because no one wants to drop the ball on that. They all want to play a part in that group meeting. The next thing you want to make sure you do is invite everyone to participate in the discussion in the meetings. If it's just a short sentence or two, that's wonderful. We want to make sure everyone has a chance to talk. And then the third thing you can do is ask people to invite some of their friends. If they have ownership in the group, they'll do that and bring someone else along that they feel comfortable with. And the last thing is this: get ready to grow. Your faith is going to grow. Your friends are going to grow. Your family is going to grow, and your future is going to grow. I want to really encourage you to make this 1 month to live lifestyle part of who you are. And I'm so proud of you for stepping up to host a group. I know you're going to do great, and God's going to bless it.